2013, we chartered 3 Journo 44s from the Sunsail base at Dubrovnik. The base is a short journey from the airport and is sited at the top of a steep-sided inlet north of the city. The marina is home to several charter companies, but also seems to cater for the banking community.
Details of the lunch on the 7th, so I'm hoping she sent it to you as well.
Well, I've got it all to hand, but I didn't give her a nominal rule until about 3 days before.
Lenya from Cyprus is actually we're thinking of us coming to see her.
Oh, that's very nice.
We got our area brief late in the morning at the local palace, and unusually we're free to leave just after lunch.
Oh, hey, look at that thing. It's Daddy's yacht. That is rather nice, actually.
We headed northwest, just inside the islands, to Slano for the first night.
For those about to go up the mast. On off, I see. Yeah, I think we should get some of the actual...
The donning.
The donning of it, yes.
Now we've got sound, pull it tight and see how many squeaks we get.
You made that up before you got here, didn't you?
It has become a tradition on these trips to fly a house flag, but we had no flag halyard, so Bill volunteered to sort this out. The next day we headed for Corcula, with a lunchtime stop for a swim on the way.
That's all the alarms.
Well, it's probably that one.
I think we've got a dodgy...
Yeah, there is, it's not sitting as it should.
Yes, please.
Struggling.
It's using some power searching.
You're going to go to the right.
Yeah, go to the right of them, just nudge in. See what depth we've got it.
Yeah.
Probably going about the same distance as that one. As long as the wind doesn't shift, it shouldn't be a problem. We don't need to let all that much chain out if we're only stopping for them.
There's a boy in the water.
I would recommend diving in or jumping in. I wouldn't go in slowly.
That's what everyone says, it's all right when you're in. That's just to spook someone else into going in.
No, I don't like cold water, and I can cope with this. If it had been really...
We passed Lombardy on the south of Cucula Island and headed for Cucula town itself. The depth through the Narrows is substantially less than the plotter indicates.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's Bill.
The town was pretty quiet, with many of the restaurants closing up for the winter.
So he's now trying to talk you into going
Yes.
trying to share a room again.
We had a very nasty accident in Cos last year when I was there. One of these, it was even more pirate looking than that. It was all done up like a pirate ship. And they were coming into harbour and they were firing off fireworks, and somebody dropped one of the fireworks into the hole, and the whole bloody ship blew up, killed a couple of people.
The next day we headed for Villa Luca, on the far end of the island.
Follow the coastline down. Try and identify it.
When I was a child, my father used to eat his apples, core and all. And much though I hated doing it at the time, I imitated him because that was the thing to do. Ever since then, I've always eaten my apples, core and all. I don't even think about it.
Probably since the war. I've been got used to it.
Yeah.
We saved a bit of time going through this narrow gap, keeping a careful eye on the sandy bottom. The next day, one boat found they had a blocked holding tank. I had to stay in port to wait for a Sunsail team to catch the ferry out. The weather forecast was terrible, with thunderstorms and 50-knot gusts forecast for the afternoon. We wanted to get to Hvar, which was only 20 miles away and would be sheltered as we closed the coast. So we set off early, motor sailing to make quick time. Unfortunately, we didn't make it. By mid-morning we had 30 knots dead on the nose and torrential rain, so we took the sails down and motor sailed. Wave to the camera. wouldn't be able to sell this to the Croatian tourist board, would we?
Come sail with us. It's so scenic in the address.
Just after the last clip, the wind got up to 40 odd knots, but it wasn't rough as the rain was so heavy that it flattened the seas. Fortunately, it did not last long, and we could motor on into Hvar. Yeah, just put it neutral and hover till they've worked out what they're going to do. The harbour master reported that more strong winds were forecast, and he was throwing out all the boats on the quay. He advised us to go to the nearest government marina on the islands about a mile away.
Yeah, in the shade. Alongside. Yeah, kind of sit in the
I'll be fine. It's room for three of us. It's alright. Just at the sun. Yeah. It's not that much better even here.
The government ACI marinas have very good facilities, but are very expensive, and it turned out that the only restaurant was closed. What no one told us was that there was an even more protected anchorage with several restaurants on the other side of the island. Fortunately, we found out when we walked across the isthmus for a swim. The forecast for the next day still talked about 60 knot gusts, but it didn't look that bad, so we set off with just the Genoa up. Plot was to meet up with our third boat, but we misheard the rendezvous and sailed too low a course. By the time we realised our mistake, the second boat was miles away, and even with our main up, we couldn't catch them up before they were back in Korčula. Woo!